are classic, iconic, or avant-garde, or a little bit of each. How are you?
I have a feeling that that's you.
You know what? I wanted to say that to you because I was like, I'm a little bit of each via my eyes and lips.
You're looking great. I know we're going to have fun today.
I can't wait.
Oh, yes, we're going to have so much fun.
You know, I said to Jay when I met him, I've been here for 32 years. I've seen and tried a lot of makeup. This foundation, hands down, blew my mind. To me, it is the most amazing foundation I have ever put on my skin. Just a tiny little bit. And I have to tell you, this is the launch today. It is already a customer pick with 4.6 stars at hsn.com. And here's what we're doing today. $38. We're going to go over the color choices, the most we've ever had, but basically easy, light, medium, and deep. We even have it available on 3 FlexPay payments of $12.67 a payment, and we're shipping it to you for free. Okay.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at the difference.
Yes, I live this difference. This is the difference. So now we have to talk a lot about, seriously, the ingredients. And we talk about what makes this unique, that you're looking at an incredible foundation today that literally is a multitasker. It's part of what we're calling our filter finish concept, that basically these are products that allow you, as you're wearing it, the opportunity to create that beautiful, smooth, flawless look via this digital technology. But it moisturizes, it smooths, it evens the skin tone, all in one. Wow.
Yes, there are secret ingredients to this. And one of the things that I do have to talk about right off the bat, by the way, I'm just popping off the cap. I'm going to demo and talk at the same time. This honestly is one of my favorite products that I worked on, literally formula. This is me in the lab for over 2 years. This is a silicone-based formula, but more importantly, it has suspended micronized silk. Now, why do, like real silk fibers? The reason for that is the silk has a blurring effect to the skin. So even though women say, yes, I want the coverage, which this clearly has, more importantly, it resists rolling into fine lines, but you also want to blur the fine lines. Like, you don't want to see them. So think about it. Everyone takes a photo nowadays, right? And what's the first thing that they say? They say, oh, what filter am I going to put on this? So this is a filter finish.
That is so true. You're right.
So this is a filter finish foundation. So if you notice, I am just going on really quick and simple. And as Iman was talking about this earlier, one of the things that I was known for was the skin perfecting technique. And I've worked with many different cosmetic companies, but I wanted to create something that has this filter built into it. So not only resisting rolling into fine lines, it's packed with antioxidant, very hydrating. I wanted something that has blur technology. So if we look at the before and after.
Okay, you be the judge.
So this is Allura. Look at the difference.
My gosh, and I mentioned this to Jay a little earlier, too, that I wore this concealer.
Yes, you notice I went right up underneath the eye. I was not afraid of it. A lot of other foundations, if you go too high up underneath the eye, what ends up happening? It rolls into fine lines. It looks thick. And then you start cakey, and it looks like you're wearing a mask. Gorgeous. I wanted to do something that you can literally go right up here, under this eye. And now it not only will resist rolling into fine lines again, that micronized silk, blurring technology, it blurs, so it gives you that filtered look. It's like walking around with a filter on your face.
I love it. Your own makeup lighting man, your lighting person 24/7.
But the thing to keep in mind, though, too, the reason I made this was really because of you. So many women have come up to me on the street, and that's you guys, and I gotta say thank you, because you said, we really want something that addresses my rosacea, my hyperpigmentation, age spots, but something that won't roll into fine lines, but more importantly, can I get rid of the fine lines? You know what? You can't. I'm not gonna lie to you. Makeup is all about smoke and mirrors, but you need the right makeup. Something that will give you that blurring technology, just to give you the illusion of smoother skin.
Exactly, and this is it. And I have to tell you, Jay and I were chatting a little bit earlier. Jay is completely involved in every single aspect. He does, like I said, he's spending all of his time sourcing, by the way, cutting edge, the most important ingredients that are out there. He has been in the industry for many, many years. You just heard Iman raving in it. You've known Iman. Iman said,
I've been doing Iman's makeup for 17 years.
17
Not
years.
now. She complains that I can't do her makeup now. I'm too busy. However, we're still very, very close.
She said she even went to your home, which she's like, okay, you have to do it.
Yes.
But here's the thing.
So shades are important.
Right. So we have to go through the shades, because we actually have the highest amount of shades that we have ever had. But basically, it's pretty simple, right? Most of it's light, medium, deep.
This is very easy. You know if you are light, you know if you're medium, and you know if you're deep. That's the difference. So once you know that you're light, so it's literally only one of 4 shades. So if you're light and you burn very easily, that fair porcelain skin, which by the way, when you're light, not everyone is the same shade of light. So there are 4 shades right here. Then if you're medium, which is most women.
That's me.
Oh, and I
want
to keep in mind, I used light 4 on Allura just now, so that people know what I was using. Medium is most of you out there. And Bobby, you're wearing medium 1.
I'm wearing medium 1.
Exactly. But again, just 4 shades of medium. And now for the deep shades, we've got to remember that we've got to cover these nice, deep, rich skin tones. Iman wears Deep Filter 2. So for all of you out there wondering what Iman wears, and she covets this foundation. She told me she's jealous she didn't make it either.
She said the same thing this morning.
Oh, she did?
The exact same
Iman
thing.
is wearing Deep Filter 2. That's important.
So important. And it's unlike, you know, I think one of the most important things, too, is that the fact that you are here at HSN, this is our launch with Jay, but that you have the opportunity to get it home. And if you're like, okay, forget it. I have an entire drawer full of foundations. I can completely relate to that. But you know what's interesting? When I was in Los Angeles and I went out for the Cinderella premiere, I went because I was looking for a foundation that had the glow to it, that wasn't heavy, that was going to sit in lines. I paid, it's my own experience, I paid $258 for it. Hated it.
Yes.
Hated it. But the first time I tried this foundation, I thought, this is exactly what I have been looking for.
It's the blurring
What
technology.
is it? What's the difference?
Because it's the blurring technology. It's a silicone base. And again, we're looking at Dawn here right now. Dawn is wearing medium 1, and she was just working on her face right there at the station. But now let's just look at the before and after, Dawn.
Yes, let's see the before and after.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, see, and you know what? I can relate, because that looks like my skin before, too.
So here's the thing. Dawn has a little hyperpigmentation. More importantly, you know, she's a little concerned with, you know, she's got these great, she loves to smile. She's got these great smile lines on her forehead, etc. But more importantly, the foundation is not rolling into the fine lines. The micronized silk is giving you that slight blurring effect, so you see less of the lines that you could clearly see in the before shot. But the thing to keep in mind here that's really, really important with the foundation is that it's so simple to use. You can literally just throw it on, blend it. You don't have to worry about trying to blend. The reason for that, silicone-based delivery system. Silicone doesn't absorb into your skin, but it allows it to go on smooth. And think about it this way. The silicone encapsulates the color particles. It keeps them up
so it doesn't alter them, right?
And it keeps them up and out of fine lines. That's why it works.
That's the difference. And you know what I also found with this? And by the way, hundreds are calling. Thank you. You're going to be, I'm just speaking for myself. You're going to be so glad you are. We have a clock that is up on the screen. We have only 6 minutes remaining. But what I found also, I couldn't believe how little I used. You know, sometimes when you pour out foundation, I'm telling you, it was a tiny little dollop that did my whole face. And here's the other thing that I loved. We have the Luxe powder coming up next. I put a tiny bit on. I did not have to touch my foundation all day. And I went right underneath the eye area. Because that's another problem,
and I'm going to do that right now here with Alicia.
Because sometimes I'm like, okay, what color should I wear under my eyes? What color should it be on my face?
This is another thing that I remember when I first worked with Iman. She was really concerned because she has discoloration under her eyes as well. And I'm doing the same thing right here on Alicia. I'm using Deep Filter 3 on Alicia. Look up for me. I'm literally going right up underneath her eye, all the way up. If you can see that, boom, 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 boom.
Yes.
It is not, and I'm going in at it. I want you to notice, this is not rolling into fine lines where you start to see those streaks.
Right.
And you can wear this all day. Because it's a silicone base, it is going to disperse evenly, but then it dries down on its own. So it's oil-free, so you don't have to set this foundation if you don't want to. So if you don't like powder, that's the important thing to keep in mind. You can wear this on its own. And if you are just a concealer girl, you can just use that.
Okay, look at this before and after that Jay just did live, and the only thing that she has on her face is the Skin Perfector foundation. And Jay, you and I were chatting about this a little bit earlier, but you've spent yourself flying, not with a team, just you, so much time in Korea, because they are at the
Korea is the cutting edge of technology. And you'll see as we go through a lot of the products today, there are these secret ingredients that have not really been used here in the U.S. So here, using a micronized silk suspended in a silicone-based liquid. And, I mean, can we just talk about the bottle for a second?
I know, the packaging. This is it.
This is it. It's so nice and flat. It's on purpose.
And a tiny bit.
So many of you have actually said that you want something to fit in your bag. So when you're on the go, you've got something. Look at this. Look how slim.
Put it in your back pocket.
Look how slim it is. It's so... Oh.
And
there we go.
And Jay, a tiny bit.
Oops, there we go.
There it is.
Really flat. Now, one thing to keep in mind, this front piece is a live window. It's this flexible silicone bubble that allows you to see all your product at once. Right. And you can just push. You take the cap off. I'll take it off real quick. Sorry. And then you literally just push this out and you can squeeze out a small amount.
And that was what blew my mind, how little you need of this to get coverage with it.
But more importantly, the cap. The cap is leak proof. You can sit with the cap on and squeeze and squeeze and squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. It's not going to ooze out the sides.
You have thought of everything. And thank you for being with us. Okay, 550 have already been spoken for. This is our launch. This is the first airing, the first time we've had the Skin Perfector. And it was funny when I looked at my show, I was like, hallelujah that I had the chance to launch that, because I've experienced it. I'm loving it. And like I said, I just spent personally over $258 for a foundation that I was so disappointed with, and I immediately said, that's it, I'll never wear it. This will change the way you think about foundation. And the key is, it's all about the ingredients. It's about the fact that it's silicone-based. And you're going to hear all of these key filter, one of the words, but the filter system.
Yes.
We talk a little bit later about your diamond dust and everything that you're getting in these products you're not getting anywhere else.
Here are all your shades in one go. So again, it's very simple. You know if you're light, you know if you're medium, you know if you're deep. And then there's 4 shades to pick from. So again, fair, if your skin burns easily, the porcelain skin tones, like I used on Allura first, you are in the light category. Medium, which Bobby, you're wearing medium.
Medium 1.
Exactly. And again, also Dawn and Ina are wearing their medium shades. And then deep, the deep filters, like I just used on Alicia and Iman. Iman wears deep filter 2. And so I just want to keep you guys in mind, those 3 categories. But there's a shade for everyone. You don't have to try and find it in just a group of 4 foundations.
Right.
We've got 12.
You know what I'd like to? How many times, because clearly, like I just said, you go out, you buy a foundation department store, but whether you're spending $20 or you're spending $250, you think you like it, you get it home, you use it, you hate it. What do? Okay? It goes into that graveyard in your home. You have 30 days. You have a full 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. We are so thrilled and lucky to have Jay here at HSN. This is our amazing launch. The first day, 700 have now flown out of here of this foundation.
Look at Ina.
Oh.
Look at Ina. This is, and I just want to point out what Ina is wearing. And Ina, if you just look forward into, we can do the before and after. And she's applying it herself. But Ina is only wearing the foundation. There is no concealer. There is no primer, because this is like having a primer built in. It's just that one product affecting all the change that you're seeing on her skin right now. So can you imagine how fast that is?
In a foundation.
It's really hard to find a foundation that covers acne scarring, hyperpigmentation, age spots, any dark spots. And as you saw on Ina's skin, she had a bit of a skin breakout. We just put the product on really quickly, and then she was just going at it herself.
Flawless. You know, I was reading some of the reviews. Here was the one I loved. I read a lot of dreamy, 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 and I thought, that's exactly right. That's what this foundation is. And don't we as women have really that love-hate relationship in our lives with foundation?
Well, I think at the end of the day, what it is I feel that women want to kind of basically appear the way they see themselves, and I personally feel and I personally feel like I developed this for all of you women out there who've been saying to me, you know what, I want something yet again that doesn't roll into fine lines, but can I hide the fine lines? So adding that micronized silk, real silk fibers into this suspended in this silicone-based formula, that is what made the key.
You're beautiful. I just had to add that on behalf of all of the viewers. And we want to share some of the reviews, because I mentioned this is the launch right now, but it's already a customer pick. 4.6 stars at hsn.com. So here's one of them. Oh, I love this one. At last, my search is over. J. Manuel Powder to Cream Foundation in Light Filter 4 is the right shade and the right formulation for me, providing full coverage, smooth finish that lasts all day. I'm hooked. That's how you're going to feel. We promise you, but like we said, you have 30 days. Fabulous foundation. Really nice feel during the application, and the coverage is light and effective. The results are natural, unobtrusive, and provide a flawless finish. Beautiful. And that therein is the challenge.
Because you don't want a foundation that looks like a mask.
Right.
You want it to look like your skin.
Exactly.
I mean, let's be real. We want foundation that looks like our skin.
Right.
So that's important. Women have come up to me so many times. I love it when you stop me, by the way, in the airports, in the streets, giving me your feedback, because all the products that I've developed here are based on what you've asked from me. That's
Isn't that,
important.
you know, and it gives you confidence of knowing that, like I said, that you're just not just a pretty face, but involved in every single aspect on a daily basis.
I'm the one in the lab.
Right.
I'm literally in the lab.
Right.
That's why I had to do 12 shades. Because as a makeup artist for years, I couldn't just walk around in a kit with 4 or 5 or 6 shades. I literally had 12 shades. You really need to have a shade for every one of you out there. So it's really simple. You know if you're a light shade. Fair burns very easily. Again, that's what I used on Allura right here. Medium, Bobby, that's what you're wearing.
Yes.
Most of you out there fall into that medium range. And then those nice, rich, deep shades. It's important to notice, even Iman said what she loves about the foundation, for the deep shades, they don't look ashy, they don't look gray, they're warm, and they look like true skin tones in those deep shades.
Exactly, and over 1,000 gone. This is the very first airing of it, and I tell you, I look up, there's only, with everyone calling, we have about 1,300 left.